Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another great episode of Kyndra's Corner Comedic Edition. I got someone new who was in the building today to see if she gonna swim or she gonna drizzle. Okay, we're gonna see if she gonna make it on Kyndra's Corner with her comedy. But before I go ahead and bring her to the stage along with one of my other returning guests, I need y'all to please make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell on. Please share this episode with anybody else out there who's in a dark place, needs some uplifting and everything else like that. Because comedy is very healing. It's better than medicine. All right. Speaking of medicine, make sure you guys out there take your HIV meds today because I know you forgot. Let me bring the first person to the stage. She needs to stop forcing a camel toe. Sis, your hoo-ha is bony. Miss Jessie is here. Please stop forcing the camel toe.
I can't help myself, okay? It's just there, and we're doing our best. But I will work on it for you, for sure.
Oh, thank you.
I am to please.
I love it. Next person. His future daughter's mom does not know that their daughter will be named after his first love. Ryan Rands is in the building.
I tried to catch you off guard this time. I was like, maybe I'm just reading a book here in front of this poster I have.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
Yeah, my future daughter. That's actually a book I recommend for my future daughter as well, if I ever have one. You know, if I'm blessed enough to have kids, one day. Right now, they just all have been collecting in my hamper, but for now, no. All right. Looking around here.
Y'all are funny, man. Y'all, thank you so much, Miss Jessie. Thank you so much for taking out the time of your day for, hey, I thank you. Like, we were just talking about, like, following and unfollowing and, people in DMs and stuff. Thank you for realizing I was a real person, that you just didn't leave me on red. Because I've reached out to folks who are comedians who maybe have, like 50 or 100 followers. I'm like, hey, you want to come on my show? And they leave me on red. I'm like, sir, ma'am, I'm giving you an opportunity to showcase your talent, and you're going to leave me on red? Are you serious?
Of course. I'm really happy to be here. I appreciate you reaching out. I'm excited.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, let me go ahead and start off with the interesting news. I'm going to come to you first, Miss Jessie, since you are, first-time guest. So two brothers, this is a true story, all right? Don't know what year this was in, but two brothers from a set of triplets had fooled prison authorities in Russia when one brother swapped places with the other to give him a taste of freedom. So rather than returning, the freed brother ran off with his brother's girlfriend. All right, and it took years for the authorities to realize what happened. So, Miss Jessie, what are your thoughts on all of this mess?
I have so many questions. First question is, where's the third brother? Okay. I also want to know, what was he in for? What was he in the prison? And are they Russian? You know what I mean? So is it something, I feel like in Russia, you go to prison for stuff that's sometimes very serious and sometimes not very serious. So it could be very mundane, and maybe he deserved to be free. And what if the original brother that was like, I'm going to give you a taste of freedom, why would you do that? Why would you voluntarily go to prison unless he was actually the original culprit? So it's like a double whammy reversal, and he's like, now I have your lady. You know what I mean? Good on him. That's what I'm saying.
That's good. That's good. Ryan, what are your thoughts?
First of all, free all my brothers, black, white. I don't think they should be locked up. I think that's fucked up. I think they should all be free. But, Russian, man, hey, when you hear the word Russia, it definitely changes. It puts paints a different portrait than what you could have been thinking. If this wasn't in Russia, you'd be like, I'm familiar with the American jail system. I've seen a couple TV shows, but Russia, I mean, that's a whole different monster. That's a whole different can of worms over there. I mean, I picture Russia's jails to actually look like what Stranger Things, that small jail looked like, with they have an alien in it, and it's just a bunch of dudes speaking with different accents, which is already terrifying. You're like, this is terrifying. So I mean, I don't think I'm gonna blame that other twin brother. I mean, if he convinced his look-alike brother to come into jail, and I don't know how they switched it, because obviously I guess the Russians super lax on that. And they must have been like, oh, I thought that was Buskov. It's like, okay, I mean, And like meanwhile, it's like I bet the Russian guys are like they probably knew too, like after a while, and they were like, "Oh fuck, we fucked up," and they're like, we can't go back on this because then we'll get executed, baby. Like I don't even know. We'll end up in jail with the brother, and but yeah, I mean, it's just like the third brother's probably off reading that, like, God, man, thank God I didn't get mixed up with them in the bank heist they asked me to help them with or something.
Yeah,
I mean,
embarrassed. He's probably embarrassed. That would be embarrassing.
Yeah,
It is.
Took them years to figure out what happened too, which is kind of crazy. I mean, I can't imagine. Like, I mean, after the first like month, that one guy who pulled the switcheroo and was like didn't actually commit the crime and was in jail. I mean, he must have been sitting there, like, guys, I didn't do this. Like, it wasn't me. But a heavy Russian accent for sure, which they were like, yeah, right, sure, you did not do this. It's like, it's terrifying, because like he's like, no, like I seriously didn't do this. They're like, shut up, I just picture it. Every guard walks around with vodka in their hand too, so I'm just like, these guys are drunk prison guards telling them like, I don't believe you, sorry, it's like, oh Jesus, like, that's like if you've ever seen an episode of Locked Up Abroad. I mean, you're like a foreign prison compared to an American prison. You're like, a prison is prison. It's bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, you see certain prisons, you're like, that guy's doing well. It's like, what, the blue collar crime? He moved some money around from this account to that account. He's not getting bent over in the showers. He's not worried about holding on to soap anywhere. But I don't know. Russian terrifying.
Let me. I think Jesse, you had said something a couple of minutes back where you said the other brother, the triplet, the one who just is, I guess, living life, reading his newspaper or book that Ryan said, I'm going to give this to my daughter one day, right? You had said that he's probably like embarrassed by his family. So everybody, right, at some point has a family member where they're like, listen, I don't know you. You're pretty much bringing our family, name down. Jesse, who was that cousin or relative of yours where you're like, I don't know you, we're not related because you are an embarrassment to this entire family?
Oh my God. Here's the thing. I'm from a holler in West Virginia, okay? Mm-hmm. I have so many of those. Like, the number is, I do have a cousin in jail and he doesn't have any legs. So, Wait. The story about how he got in jail and the lack of legs are two different things. And the story of how he got in jail is like really horrific and sad. So it's not funny. Okay. It's very traumatic and Appalachian. So I'm not going to tell it to you. He was in jail for a very long time. But the legs is just like he had diabetes and he didn't take care of it. And now he has no legs and he's in prison. It's like, not really like, that's what my family's like. So that was a loaded. I saw your email this morning and I was like, woofy. She has no idea what she's asking me. I don't have anything lighthearted. Like, my uncle got married a lot. I feel like that's embarrassing and not horrific. People just get married a lot.
Is he on his seventh wife?
I genuinely can't remember. I think it's at least the fourth.
Okay.
I think.
Did you stop going to his weddings, a couple of marriages ago?
Yeah, I think that at some point you're not allowed to have them anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, once you get past wedding number 3, it just feels egregious to continue to invite people. Weddings are so expensive. And like, it's like a whole weekend. It's a thing. And like, by the 4th one, you're like, just call me when you're sure, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, call me on round 8, and then I'll be like, hell yeah. Okay. We'll circle all the way back.
Before I come to Ryan, I have an uncle. I think, Ryan, you were on this episode where we talked. Yes, you were on this episode where we talked about how, like, something that, an elderly person that they need to let go and they just don't want to let it go. And I talked about how my uncle, who's like close to 80 years old, and he still has unforgiveness and beef with one of his sisters from something that happened 40 years ago. And they don't like each other. He's like, oh, I hate that bee. And I said, so why is she still at your house? Well, it's levels to hate. What do you mean it's levels to hate? If I don't like you, right, you're not coming to my house. You're not welcome here, right? So anyway, my uncle this will be his 4th marriage, but he's like, oh, it'll be my 3rd marriage. And he lies a lot. And so he just basically X'd out the last wife. I guess like, oh, I don't like, you know how like the same thing with women with body counts. Oh, they didn't count. They'll be like, oh, my body count's really a 3, but it's 300. He wants to X out to 297 people who didn't make her orgasm or didn't like stay there for her and her kids and her messed up trauma and family life. You know?
Yeah, I do. 100%. I know. Hell yeah. I also listen. I respect a grudge holder. If I'm honest with you.
Okay.
Like your uncle being like, I'm gonna hate somebody for 45 years. I've never done anything for 45 years. Do you know what I mean? I don't have that
45 years old. But so yeah, but yeah, my uncle, like I said, you're right. At some point, you need to just be able to just give it up. And before, hold on, I'm gonna say this before I come to Ryan. Like there was a woman I saw, and it was like this lineup. I forgot what this channel is called on YouTube. But it basically where they find random people. I guess you can just submit a form, and they're like, "Hey, do you want to come and be a guest on? Like, hey, we're gonna place you on this lineup. Like, how many? Sometimes they might have stuff like who's done the most jail time, and so they'll have random people who literally will submit the stuff in or whatever, right? Whatever it might be. Well, this time they had who's been married the most. So they selected 7 people, and folks just guessed, like, okay, based off like what they look like. Hey, maybe you've been married the least or most. The woman. And she's very pretty. Like when I say like she's been fine her entire life, has been beautiful her entire life. Probably is like in her 70s. She's like, I've been married 7 times. And she broke down each and every time why she got divorced. I'm like, lady, like, just adopt some cats at this point. And marriage is not for you, right? Like, you're trying so hard. So Ryan, here's the question I want to ask you. Who's a family member of yours that you have that you're like, bro, you're an embarrassment to the family. Like you've been married 10 times or like you have 10 kids by 10 different people. I don't know you.
Yeah. So I got this one uncle. He started out as one of my favorite uncles of all time. And then out of nowhere, you know, my mom was always pretty big on telling me. She's so transparent with me. I'd be like 12 years old. She's like, you won't believe what your uncle's doing, you know? And it's just like, right? We're like, what do we got? What do we got, Mom? She's like, well, if I don't tell you, no one's going to tell you, you know? And I'm like, all right, like, what is it? And she's like, well, I had a great grandmother who left a sum of money to her great grandchildren. I was one of them, my sister, the other one. And then we have 2 on the other side of the family there under, I guess, my uncle there. And my great grandmother actually wrote all the money out to that side of the family. And it was supposed to be divided into 4s, but it wasn't. And they blew through all that money.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they blew through all the money. And now the guy, I mean, like, they're broke. And I mean, I don't know. It wasn't cool of him to do that, you know, at all. But it's like, it's funny to say, I like the word betrayal, you know, in family, because it makes you think like, it's like, what is this, Game of Thrones? I love this. It's like, we do have kind of a Game of Thrones-esque kind of going on here. This is like Lord of the Rings. It's like, yeah, they met in the garden and they talked how they weren't going to like give us our half, you know? It's like, that's how I picture it now. I'm like, this happened. They had a conversation in the garden. They were like, we'll keep this. This was written to us. It's our name. It's ours, you know? It's like, okay. Like, and like, it's crazy to think how like money can lead to that, you know? And it's like me, I don't cry over spilt milk. I didn't have it anyway. So it's like, what am I upset about? I don't really care, but it's like, yeah, don't be hitting me up. Don't hit me up to do stuff because I'm not coming there. But
let me ask you before I tell my quick story. So Ryan, you mentioned that you have the family, they just pretty much all went broke, I get in a very short period of time. Is it to the point now where they're calling you, be like, hey, big money, can you I heard that you got that mansion in Philly. Are they doing that, like calling you for help?
I mean, it's deep. I mean, it goes deep. My dad's sister now lives with him. It's like, it's a whole thing, you know? And you're like, oh, wow, like, this is like, yeah. And it's like one of those things where it's, I'm not going to throw any gasoline on it. I'm just like, you know, you did, you know? That's all I have. That's all I have. You know what you've done.
Well, I will say what has happened. I always mention, like I say, my family will never be placed on social media because I talk about them so much in my acts, right? Like I don't want no one to be like, you're the person who sat there and uppercut your mom, right? I don't want that, right? I'm protecting them and stuff. So, oh shoot. Not the thunder. Thunder's okay. My cat. She's scratching at the door. Scaredy cat. That's what she is. My cat is sitting here. I knew she's just like sitting here flying at the door. Come on in, Tony. Come on. Like I just okay. She just as soon as I heard the boom, I heard her fly into the window. I'm like, bro, you're gonna like you're losing your lives, right? So basically, what ended up happening was my brother, like he started off doing like street activity like when he was young, right? And so now at one point the police had to get involved where they're like showing up at her house, and then he's in the newspaper and all that. So imagine, right? I as a person who tries to live a good life, tries to, right? Everybody's like, hey, I heard that your brother, like it started, like I said, before the police got involved, he getting suspended from school. Yeah, I heard that your brother got suspended from school. I heard that your brother went, and then once he, of course, got arrested, they're like, oh my gosh, your brother got arrested. And I'm like, I don't know you. And then, make matters worse, we look alike, right? We're 3.5 years apart. We look just alike.
Who's your brother? Little Tekka? No.
Jesse, go look up Lil Tekka. Go look up Lil Tekka right now.
We were talking about lookalikes last week, and it was funny. I mean, I was like, what? I don't believe that. You look like a rapper. And then I pulled it up, and I was like, okay, I can kind of
go look up, put T-E-C.
Oh, my God. You really do kind of look like this person. Do you want to take your brother's place in jail?
Yeah, what are you guys going to swap? Let him out?
You can do the Russian brother thing. You can give him a taste of freedom, and he can run off with your partner.
Oh my gosh,
it's too funny.
That is funny. No, that's funny. But yeah, so like anyway. But yeah, like I said, that was just like here in Georgia is where I've had the issues of my when it came to my brother, all that type of stuff and everything. And I mean, out of state, I'm finding out from my cousin how he was doing like a lot of, different stuff that brought shame to the family. And he had a twin brother, right? Just so happened to have a twin brother who ended up getting caught up, with the police. And, unfortunately he's not here no more. But like, it's crazy. And they look just alike, right? Like, this is crazy.
Do you ever have an interaction with the cops where they're like, wait a minute.
I know who you are. Right. Okay. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna go to the random poll. Jesse, let me start it back off with you. What is the biggest betrayal that you have ever seen or found out, probably from someone else, that happened between family members?
Oh, okay. So this was like way before me, but my mom's grandma, so my grandpa's mother was Native American, and she married her husband, and they had 3 children.
Yeah.
And then they broke up. She married his brother and had 3 more children.
Oh my gosh.
And then they all lived in a house together.
No, they did not live in the house together.
Guys.
Yeah, I saw what was that movie with the cheaper by the dozen? It's cheaper by the half dozen. Is that what you guys are working on that?
Yeah, it's like it's backwards, and it's like just what I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works when you're like, we'll just live together. She must have been really like a lovely person. You know what I mean?
It's got to be.
Can you imagine convincing 2 brothers to be like, fuck it, whatever? Sure. Like,
are these the same brothers from the Russian jail? No.
I hope so. Well, I mean, I hope that is their future. I hope the original brother eventually gets out, and then they're like, you know what? I get it. And then that's their happy ending. How beautiful.
That's funny. What about you, Ryan?
Yeah, for betrayals, I mean, that one I was telling you about is probably the biggest betrayal I've seen out of my family line. But I mean, like, I don't know. We used to have small betrayals back in the day. I think the smaller betrayals were funnier to me than the bigger ones. I mean, like, my dad would go grocery shopping, we'd get a bunch of snacks in the cabinet, and then you're just like, who ate my snacks? You know, and one, didn't pay for them, so it's like, are they really mine? You know, but two, and then I'm just sitting there. I'm like accusing my sister. I'm like, you've eaten these, haven't you? And she's like, no. And I'm like, well, who else was it? You know? And then meanwhile, it's my mom who was probably smoking a joint or something and outside. She's been the one eating the fruit snacks. She's like, these kids have no idea it's me. It's like, yeah. It was kind of like a circus over there. It was funny. It was just back and forth. And then I would do the same too. I'd eat my sister's snacks and I'd be there like, no, it couldn't have been me, you know? There's not a chance it was me. I would never do that. I know they're yours, you know?
That's so funny.
Well, I'm gonna say as you guys were talking, I was sitting here thinking like I will say little small betrayals of my same brother, right? I had laid out, and I've shared the story before, but I've laid out my clothes, was ready for school. I laid out everything the night before, and I had a tank top, you know, like wife beater. I was gonna. Why do they call them wife beaters? Like, did this come from men beating their wives? Like, where did that come from?
I'm like 80% sure that's why. Yeah.
That's like you know how like you go to a baby shower, the starter pack for a man wearing a Burberry shirt, like that's what he wears for the baby shower, like, you know. But anyway, so I had the tank top on. I was gonna wear it, and I woke up. I guess I went to the restroom. My brother stole that, right? So like, and I was so upset because I'm like, bro, I had my whole outfit laid out. And then you know it was another time he like stole money from me. Like and he used to go get a haircut, and then mind you, that money that he was stole from me was gas money that one of the neighborhood kids' parents, because I would take him and the other child, to alternative school every morning, and so she gave me gas money for that, and he stole it, and he went to go get a haircut. He said, you know what, man, the barber had messed up my hair, like messed up my hairline and everything else. I'm like, that's what you get, right? A little betrayal like that, right? Small betrayal. And then I remember, speaking of my brother as well, I remember I had to go to work, and my mother gave him permission to take my car to go, I guess, up the street somewhere, and then to come back. And I was like, did he really? And once I found out, I don't know have y'all ever been so angry where you started crying? Have y'all ever had that?
No, I just started like I get angry, and then I just like I can't even put words together. I'm like, I'm calling people different names that don't even exist. It's like I'm having a stroke. I started having a stroke. Why would you do that? You know, it's just like I don't know.
Well, I told somebody this, and they said no, they said, Miss Kyndra, if I get to that point where I'm so angry, you know, I'd start shooting, right? And so anyway, I was so angry to that point, y'all. I had pretty much cried. I cried, and on my way driving to work, I left out the house, and I purposely slammed the door so loud. I was hoping that door would have fallen down on the ground, which of course would not have made sense, because like that means like I would have came back with no front door. So the door had more sense than I did. Well, and everything else like that. But yeah, so I mean, hey, that's pretty much it. But go ahead, since we're pretty much at the end of our show, Jesse, go ahead, tell us where they can find you on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever, your website, where they can your next comedy show.
Yeah, I'm Jessie Sisson on everything, essentially. I know. I run a comedy brand in Columbus called Cat's Cradle Comedy. It's at Cat's Cradle Comedy on Instagram. I produce shows at a fancy bar downtown. Those are very fun. The next one is on August 20th, and our headliner is Ray Lau. So you can get tickets to that on Eventbrite and follow me all of those places.
All right. Love it. Ryan, what about you? Go ahead and tell everybody so they can go ahead and support you, your next upcoming shows. You got something tonight or whatever.
I got a show tonight out in Kingston, PA. I'm going to be driving 2 hours to do 8 minutes. It's going to be so much fun. I don't know why. It seems like where you need like a guy that just comes in. He's like, whoa. Why'd you say yes to that? Shut that down. We're not doing that. And I was like, all right, well, I guess I've already said yes. I don't like to cancel on people, but And then tomorrow I'll be crossing. I rented a boat. I'm going to be crossing the Atlantic Pacific Ocean on a solo journey by myself. No, I'm not doing that. But if I could,
I'm really excited.
Yeah, no, I'm not that exciting. I wish I was more exciting than that. I had to say something more exciting than my 4-hour car ride that I'm not that excited about today. But what are you gonna do? That's the fate of humor sometimes.
Hilarious. Well, thank you to both of my guests for showing up and everything else like that. Thank you, Jesse. I hope you enjoyed your time. That was that story pretty much trumps what we were saying, right? Like, you know, I'm like, oh, yeah, my brother took my car to go up the street, but like, not with like the great. I'm like, bro, that. What, you know what? Shout out to the women back in the day whose their vagina was like that premium 93 plus that hasn't even came out, that had men doing whatever. Now
still
it's
premium. Like, premium today.
Yeah, it makes me think like, bro, why is my vagina not making men buy houses for me? Like, that's why I had to keep my legs closed, because I'm realizing I'm doing life wrong around here. It's supposed to sit here and put me through school. Listen, I put my neck for no reason. I thought it was going to give me places. This has been a great episode of Kyndra's Corner. Make sure you all like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell on. With that being said, y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. We're out.